Hi everyone, I'm Megan, and this is Beguiled by Books, where I share short reviews about books across a wide variety of genres. Today, I'm going through my gift guide for all the bookish friends in your life. Let's get started. Bookish friends and family can be very difficult to shop for. Bookish people tend to impulsively buy books, guilty, and they tend to buy book-related content and gifts and things all the time throughout the year. It can be very difficult to shop for someone who loves books and who loves to read. So I've got a great gift guide here. I'm going to go a little bit quickly just to make things easier on you. You pause the video at any time, and I've got everything linked below in the description, so please use that as much as you possibly can. For anyone who is a reader or a bookish friend, you can always get them a gift card to their local bookstore or any local bookstore in their area. Alternatively, you can get a bookshop.org gift card linked below. This allows your gift recipient to choose what bookstore they would like to support. So that makes it really easy. You, of course, can also get gift cards and gift certificates to the big stores like Amazon, Barnes& Noble, Books A Million, Waterstones, all of those around the world. Those are almost always available online to purchase. So don't feel like you can't get your bookish friend something, even if it's a gift card. It might not be a physical thing, but get them something so that they can buy all the books that they could possibly want. Another great gift idea for the book lovers in your life is a Book of the Month subscription. I received this as a gift a couple years ago and enjoyed it when I had it. And what I like about Book of the Month is it's a very limited selection, and you select one book per month. It's pretty straightforward. There are really cool upgrades as well, where you can add on multiple books if you wanted more than one in your book mail, and you can even use an audio subscription as well if you have people in your life who like audio books as an option rather than physical books. If you're looking for specific book recommendations, I have 5 categories where I have given 3 book recommendations. They're all listed and linked below to make your life easy, and I'm going to go through them pretty quickly here. If you want to give someone a standalone fiction novel, so not the first of the series, nothing like that, just a straight up fiction standalone novel, I would recommend The Women by Kristen Hanna. The Women is a historical fiction novel set in Vietnam. It's beautifully written, and it's about the nurses and the combat nurses in Vietnam, what they experienced in the field and what they experienced upon their return. Extremely powerful and moving story. Starling House is an amazing gothic horror novel that incorporates a little bit of magical realism, a spooky, creepy house, and is a bit of a social commentary on poverty and kind of rural living in a really interesting way that imbues a literary element in there that's really cool. If you've got someone who likes that gothic horror, kind of creepy, eerie, but still wholesome book, this is a good one. The Lost Story is a fairy tale for grown-ups. You cannot go wrong gifting this book to someone unless your recipient just hates joy, which is possible. But The Lost Story is just wholesome and sweet and is diverse and beautiful, and you just can't go wrong. It's one of my favorite books I've read in 2024. For fans of fantasy series books, I would recommend The House Witch. Get them one, get them all. It doesn't matter, but The House Witch is a cozy fantasy. It's wholesome, it's sweet. You can snuggle up with it. There's very little foul language. There's very little graphic anything. It's just a good, wholesome adventure fantasy story. You will love it, and so will your bookish friends. For fantasy series, I would recommend Sabriel. I recommend this book all the time, but Sabriel is the first of the Abhorsen trilogy books, and it is amazing. It's probably a 25-year-old book, but it doesn't get as much hype as I think it should. And of course, my opinion means everything. Just kidding. But Sabriel is really wonderful. It's more of a YA series, so it may be great for younger readers in your life as well. I would recommend Ninth House by Leigh Bardugo. This is the start of a new-ish series. Only 2 books are out so far, but this is a demon-centric story that takes place kind of in the shadows of Yale University in Connecticut, and a non-traditional student is our heroine. Really interesting story, really wonderful character development and world building, and absolutely fascinating and great for fantasy readers. For fans of mystery books, I would recommend My Sister, the Serial Killer. This is another great one that I recommend. It's super short. It takes place in Nigeria, which is always a fun and different setting than a lot of traditional mystery novels that take place in Europe and the US. But I love this because the title explains everything. My Sister, the Serial Killer. You already know what you're getting into. So this book is from the perspective of the serial killer's sister and what she experiences and how she deals with the knowledge of who her sister really is while her sister is behaving in a certain way. Really cool take on a typical mystery book. Your mystery fans will love this. For fans of mystery, I would recommend the reappearance of Rachel Price. This is a relatively new book from Holly Jackson of A Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. And the reappearance of Rachel Price is kind of a flip on a traditional mystery book because, again, right there in the title, Rachel Price reappears. So it's kind of working backwards from the element that you already know and really what happened to Rachel Price. Very, very interesting take on that. The main character is a young adult, so it's great for younger readers as well. And there's nothing obscene or graphic or anything like that. So a good all ages read. For fans of mystery, I also recommend Murder Your Employer. This is a fun little novel. This is about a character who tries to kill his employer and fails, and then gets sent to a school to teach him how to properly delete his target. Really cool take. The author is a really interesting person as well. I would definitely encourage you to just Google Rupert Holmes and check that guy out. Really cool background. But the book is fabulous. It's an easy read, and your mystery fans will love this book. The next two categories are in the nonfiction space. For fans of health and wellness books, I would absolutely recommend Peter Attia's Outlive. This book is detailed, it's incredibly helpful, and it's very actionable. It allows the reader to really understand what's going on within the body and then optimize his or her body in ways that make sense for the reader. So for any fan of health and wellness and just wanting to overall improve that area of your recipient's life, definitely gift them Outlive by Peter Attia. I would recommend The Hacking of the American Mind. This is a really cool blend of neuroscience and physical science, where the author details what happens when we ingest too much sugar in the body and how that has a cascading effect throughout all of our physiological symptoms. Just like Peter Attia's Outlive, which I also recommend, this book is so helpful for anyone looking to enhance and optimize their physical and mental well-being. For fans of health books, I've got to recommend Scarcity Brain by Michael Easter. This book is incredibly powerful because while so many books talk about how to build good habits, Scarcity Brain is all about breaking bad habits. So as we think about the end of the year, those upcoming New Year's resolutions for the following year, Scarcity Brain is a great gift to receive at this time. For fans of leadership books or self-improvement books, I like to lump them into the same category because they're so common. There are so many commonalities among them. I would recommend the book Atomic Habits. Whether you've got someone who loves organizational books, leadership books, self-improvement books, Atomic Habits is going to apply in almost every category of someone's life. This book is all about building good habits and how to stick with them. Bonus points if you also get that person Scarcity Brain, because those two books combined are very powerful. For fans of self-improvement, I highly recommend The Obstacle is the Way. This is the first of several books that talk about the Stoic virtues by Ryan Holiday. But The Obstacle is the Way is probably one of the most powerful, and it really talks about how you can turn trials into triumphs. And while that's right there in the title, it is a really powerful book that helps you reset your mindset about what you experience and the struggles that we all face on a daily basis, whether big or small. For fans of self-improvement, I would recommend a new-ish book called Meditations for Mortals. I love this book because it really helps the reader understand that we are all here on this planet for a finite time. So, what we choose to focus on needs to be important. And I love that because it does it in a very not morbid way, but just understanding what is superfluous and what is essential. And I love the take that the author has on this philosophy. So, Meditations for Mortals would be a great gift. What books are you giving out as gifts this year? I always want to know. I'm looking for new ones to read and new ones to share with the loved ones in my life. Please drop me a comment and let me know. If you found a book you'd like to receive or you'd like to give me a thumbs up on this video. And if you haven't, please don't forget to subscribe. I hope you have a fantastic day.